Good afternoon and welcome one and all. You join us for this T20 match between the Bangalore Crowns and the Delhi Demons. I'm Mike Atherton, and joining me...
The Royal Challengers win the toss, and they're going to have a bat. It seems the sensible decision given the look at the pitch. There will be something for the bowlers, but not much.
Misses out on the first ball of the innings.
Looking to get the innings started, just can't get it away. Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter, a great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Yep.
Fantastic running, great communication between the two of them. No bat though, that'll be leg byes.
Got all of it, and for six.
A fantastic shot off the back foot, really well timed. Everyone just had to stand, watch and admire.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Everything was right about it. The footwork to get back and then the bat coming through the ball beautifully.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
It drifted onto the onside, helped into the gap and down to the boundary.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
Edged it.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Salt didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for six.
Yes.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly, no harm done. Both batters survive.
Beaten on the drive. Massive chance.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yep.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
It was lovely footwork, a great shot, a glorious shot actually to get back and play it like that.
Yep.
Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras.
Yep.
Caught, gone.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
No.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
End of the over, 17 runs coming from it. The Royal Challengers are 34 for 1. The left-arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field. Good
No.
pickup. Big chance.
That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. Makes it easy to just glance the ball off the pads and score easy runs.
Pads away.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads though, not the bats.
Yep. No.
Trouble. Complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out.
Misses everything.
Nice ball.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. There's trouble here.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Royal Challengers are 41 for 1. Finds the edge.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Drives and misses everything. There's a chance if this hits.
No.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Chance.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. That's poor play.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yup.
Straight to the fielder. Needs a direct hit. Could that be out? Looks so.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yep. No.
Needs to be on target.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yes.
Immaculate timing there.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Yep. Nice bowling.
This could be trouble.
Yes. No.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Yes.
Big edge.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Gone right through the defences.
Bowling.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball. Well placed. Should get a single. There'll be one run here for them. Sharma takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
Oh, well bowled.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Yeah. Bowling. No.
This could be out.
The right decision not to take on that fielder.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Sharma gets off the mark.
Yes.
Power and precision in that shot.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yeah.
Edge, unplayable. End of the over, end of the restrictions. I'm sure there'll be some big fielding changes coming. The captain can now put 5 fielders outside the circle.
Oh, nice bowling.
Stark with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
bowling.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Yes. No!
Quick onto that in the infield.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep, yep.
Could be close.
Oh, well bowled.
That one does the trick. Big in-swinger, and they can't keep it out.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field. Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yep, yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible. David, ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
End of the over. 6 off it. The Royal Challengers are 75 for 4. Absolutely nailed it.
That was just a massive shot. Middled it, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff. Punched out of the middle of the bat with great timing. It's raced to the boundary.
It's been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. Runs coming very easily.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat, though.
Yep.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the wicketkeeper. No more short balls this over.
Well bowled.
A direct hit, and this could be gone.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
go the stumps, missed the straight ball.
The big wicket is gone. Never really looked comfortable, and now they have to start the long... Walk back.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. Edged.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. This should be close.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yep.
Got right in behind it.
Yep. No.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Yep.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Wait. Yep. No.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Patel, the left armour, is the new bowler from the south end.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Keepers.
A couple on offer here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Right over the top of it. Nicely smothering the spin there.
Solid defence, very compact.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Beaten on the drive.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Massive edge.
That was strong running. They did think about the third, but I think in the end rightly held off. Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
4 runs added in that over. The Royal Challengers are 99 for 5. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Well, that was just a little bit wide. Well picked up, let the ball do all the work really to ease it down towards third.
Yep, yep.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Yep.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Keeper.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yep, yep. Well bowled. No!
Sent back in the end. The run was on, but apparently they're content to keep the strike.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be 2 there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
End of the over, 7 off it. The Royal Challengers are 106 for 5.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Yep.
Managed to get onto the front foot early, and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. Massive chance. Gone, played all around it.
Back to the sheds, but a good contribution to the team today. It's been a nice knock.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep. No!
Just threw the shot too early.
9 runs added there. The Royal Challengers are 115 for 6.
Yep, yep.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Yep.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep, yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Yep.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yep.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Patel from the south end.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
Off the body and they scamper through for a run.
Drives and misses everything.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky not to chip it straight to the fielder.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
Just threw the shot too early.
That's the over. The Royal Challengers are 132 for 6. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yes, that!
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Yep.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Wait.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Really playing all their shots that over, really expensive. Going with spin now.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Nicely played.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Yep. No.
Trouble. Oh, gone.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. The runs were really starting to flow.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep. Catch it.
Brilliant shot, that.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Timed that brilliantly.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Catch it.
Nicely clipped off the pads.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers.
Yep. No. Yep.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
Oh.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky to survive.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Yep.
Nicked it.
No.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Yep.
Fantastic catch.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Yep.
Edge. What a ball.
Keepers in.
Good return back from the deep. Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple one.
End of the over. 4 runs coming from it. The Royal Challengers are 168 for 8.
Beautiful slow delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Catch it.
That's out.
Yeah.
Caught.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Yep.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one. Needs a direct hit.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Yep.
Thick edge.
No.
Chance.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yeah, yeah.
This could be out.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs. A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea. I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away. Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
The Royal Challengers weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over. And the innings comes to an end. And the Capitals will need 173 runs.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yeah. Keeper.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Duckett comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Waiting. Yes.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Yep.
Edged. Could be close.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Wait there.
Picks the gap perfectly.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4. Driven away nicely.
Yes.
Gone. Brilliant in the field.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Yes.
Well placed. Should get a single.
And with that, they're off the mark.
End of the over. 13 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 13 for 1.
A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
Great shot.
Quick to get onto that sweep. It was beautifully placed and beautifully struck for 4. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Wait on.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit the boundary. A bit of a change up in the field now.
Finds the edge. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
Fall through the offside, easy as you like.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it. Nicely for 4 more.
Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
Not taken. A boundary, but not a convincing one. Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right. Nice shot, runs possible.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yes.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Yep.
That was a good strong throw back in, right over the stumps. Decisive running might have just got them 2. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
There'll be runs here. End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 33 for 1. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Wait there. Yep, yep.
Caught.
Yeah!
One of the easiest catches you'll see.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Content just to knock it around that over. 2 added to the total. The Capitals are 35 for 2.
Yep, yep.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Super piece of timing.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Yep.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Yep, yep. Keeper.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Edged it straight to the fielder.
Yes.
A couple on offer here. End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Nope.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying to do a slower delivery. Just got it all wrong.
Nope.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
Yes.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
That shot sees them getting their innings started.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Yeah, yep.
Massive edge.
I'd say that was the right call not to run again. There's some strong arms out there in the field.
Right on.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
End of the over, end of the restrictions. I'm sure there'll be some big fielding changes come. The captain can now put 5 fielders outside the circle.
Yeah, yep. Keeper. Yep.
Perfect technique and placement.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the cover. With exquisite timing.
Yep.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Wait.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
That's the over. The Capitals are 75 for 3.
Yep. Yeah, yep.
Loud shout. Out. Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just one risk too many.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Confident appeal. Could it be? A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yes.
Five runs in that over. The Capitals are 80 for 4.
Yeah, yep.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot. The cap. Been making some adjustments to the field here. A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Worked it onto the leg side and got some easy runs.
Yep, yep.
Really good shot there.
Keeper. Catch.
Well, that was a super shot. Maybe a little bit down the leg side, but it raced to the boundary. Beautiful drive. Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Yep.
The Royal Challengers found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. The right-arm pace bowler. is coming into the attack from the north end. Crawley from the north end. Drives and misses everything.
Patel shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep, yep.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Sharma ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Right on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. 3 runs added in that over. The Capitals are 97 for 5.
Yep. Catch it.
Gone! Not a great shot to start the over.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Yep.
Nicked it.
Good return, back from the deep. Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a... very simple run.
Yep.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Right on.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Right.
Just threw the shot too early.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Maybe they didn't pick that up. Very late on the shot.
Waiting.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait on.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot ball.
Yeah.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Stark shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. Going with pace now.
Wait on.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
They've played the most brilliant innings here, which could well have turned this match around. It's certainly entertained this crowd, who's loved every minute of it. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yep.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Beaten on the drive.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. That's poor play.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first. Runs.
Wait. Wait. Yeah.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Wait on. Yep.
Super shot that.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Yeah.
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out. And it certainly feels like this is close to the finish.
Misses everything.
Bit of a wild delivery. I would have been calling it a wide, but the umpire lets it go.
Nice bowling.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Right there.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary. A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Wait. Well bowled.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky not to chip it straight to the fielder.
In this format of the game, that over is as good as a wicket. Superb bowling. Hazelwood, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Hazelwood with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yeah.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
Hazelwood shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing. Their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Right.
Straight to the fielder.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Hold on. Nice bowling.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
The Capitals weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over. Nice shot, runs possible.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Hold on. Right.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yeah.
Onto the front foot, super shot, should be four.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get four.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Yeah.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Stark didn't mind and sent... It high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Big edge.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Brilliant bowl. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here. Didn't hit that well, very late playing that shot.
Yeah.
Oh yes, holds on to that one under huge pressure. They've done it.
The Royal Challengers get the final wicket. A brilliant bowling display.